Welcome to the Mindset Revolution session number 4, my dear friends, my dear people. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey, revolutionizing your mindset. This is such an important topic that we are doing, and this is in such an important series that we have. I am Neil Nasser. I am your host today of this phenomenal webinar. And today, my dear friends, is a phenomenal insight into the mindset of happiness, the mindset of being happy. Can you imagine living a life of joy? They say beautifully that the happiness is not the destination, it's the journey. But how do we remain happy within our journey? How do we cultivate that happiness? I'm going to start with this wonderful quote by Confucius. It's a beautiful quote. It says, "Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it." Everything has beauty within it. But do we see the beauty within ourselves, within others around us, within our environment? Do we get those happy moments from seeing that beauty? This is what we're going to dive into today in our wonderful discussion, our great webinar. And you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you, my dear friends. If you are there and you are engaging with me, if you are live on there, we've got a few people that's messaging me on WhatsApp right now. So thank you so much. Great to see you. We've got Tasha who's online. We have John who's online as well. So thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful day. If you're there, please do leave a comment in the comments field. We've got them all open. If you're on LinkedIn Live, if you're watching this on pre-recorded as well, just put a little heart, a little thumbs up. Let's see your engagement, because I feed off your energy. It's really important to, have this two-way interaction. Well, especially when we do these webinars on a virtual basis. So let's dive in, shall we? I'd like to start with a wonderful story, a story about beauty, and then we don't really see it. Okay, so on one beautiful January morning in rush hour, in an arcade in Washington, D.C., in this subway station, a young man just dressed in like jeans and a loose t-shirt and a baseball cap, and he carried his instrument. He went down into the subway. He looked like a university student. He really did. And he started to play his violin. And he was put his violin case out and he wanted donations. Okay, so he just wanted some donations for his playing. So the man, he played for about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes or so, and the commuters, they just streamed past one by one, just really not paying much attention. Just another day, another artist, another busker. We call them in London buskers. Okay, so these busker was just there. They're all pressed for time. They didn't really stop by and really understand what this busker was doing. So it looked like a really old, worn out fiddle. It just looked like a basic kind of, old fiddle. His performance included some of the most beautiful classical music ever been written and played on the violin. It turns out that his fiddle, right, this is the crazy thing, was a 1713 piece of equipment. It was a beautiful piece of equipment. The violinist was not just a random university student. His name was Joshua Bell. He was a renowned violinist. It was unbelievable. It's this whole situation when people just walking past and didn't really realize what was going on, didn't see the beauty in it. His violin itself was worth 3.5 million. Can you imagine? Now, people did stop by and take some videos just because they recognized him, and it went viral. It actually went viral, went on the Washington Post, and it was phenomenal in terms of, people that stopped by. Apparently, just over 1,000 people who passed him that morning. So only a few of them stopped by in less than a few minutes or so, and he raised in donations. Can you imagine? This is the hilarious thing. He raised $32, just over $32 and 17 cents, I believe. A nearby newsstand was there, and they got some more attention. They got more attention than this free concert by this award-winning, renowned violinist. Can you imagine? What does this experiment show us? This experiment shows us phenomenal things. He gave this free concert, okay? And literally days earlier, he played a full house to thousands of people, and it cost over $100 just for one ticket. But he gave away this free thing. This experiment showed us the outcome of so many different questions that we can ask ourselves, right? So how often do we miss the beauty that is directly in front of us? Okay, how often do you walk by people, or you walk past nature, or you see the sunrise or the sunset, but you don't really take any kind of pay any kind of attention towards it? We're in such a rush, right? We're on autopilot all the time, constantly just going towards our task, but there is so much time left for joy. These magic mindful moments, my dear friends, are so important for us, okay? It aids those difficult times, and it magnifies our life of inheritance towards happiness. Happiness is the destination that we need to get to, but the journey along it, we can find those joyful moments, we can find those joyful times, okay? How do we do this? How do we get there? Okay. Why is being happy not so easy? Well, one of the major reasons it is because exclusively we're poor predators, right? We don't want to make ourselves happy. For example, we may think that more money is going to make us happy. Having that perfect body, going on vacation or holiday, or owning that dream home is going to make us happy. But more often than not, we're wrong. You know, marketers have make billions and billions of dollars and pounds just off marketing towards our happiness. The second reason for not us having this happiness is often because of the evolution that's been installed in our brains and what psychologists refer to as the negative bias. This describes the human tendency to focus more on negativity rather than positivity. We spend more time looking at the things that are going to go wrong rather than the things that are going to go right. We look at the negative behaviors and traits within ourselves, and we focus more on those than we focus on the positivity within ourselves. Can you imagine? So, my dear friends, ask yourself this question right now. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat and ask me, you know, tell me, what do you focus on? Do you focus on the things that can go wrong, or do you focus on the things that go right? How do you cultivate that mindset of happiness? What is it that you're looking for in life? So give me those comments. What do you focus more on? We've got a few people on our WhatsApp. Tasha's just saying, yes, definitely. I look at more at the negative things, the things that go wrong. I am not a risk taker. So thank you so much. If you've got my WhatsApp, you can do that. If you're emailing us on NMN Life Solutions, our website, you can do that as well. Our team are taking all of your information and here to help you, really here to help you in every single aspect of today's mindset revolution. Please do contact us. Please do keep messaging us, because you know what, we love your interactions. It really brings joy to our hearts. This is why we do these free events, because we like to help you in many ways. So today I'm going to run through some wonderful short tips that can help you and to really elevate you to the next level. Okay, so number one, what I want to give you in this is try to practice something called smile meditation. You know, people that know me, they know me for my big smile, my bold head. This is really important that, you know, that people understand this. They I smile a lot because I practice smile meditation. I really do. Oh, Shabnam, thank you so much. I'm definitely guilty of looking at negativity a lot of the time. We always look at that. We really do. So Shabnam and all the others that are watching right now, if you're watching on live or pre-recorded, please do keep on commenting. So smile meditation, how do you do this? Be a peace activist and a meditation teacher. You could do it yourself. Honestly, the power of smiling is unreal. Okay. So I'm inviting you to bring that slight but real smile to your lips right now. Okay. Just bring it to your lips right now. And do it while you're meditating, okay? While you're sitting in that place where you're just calm and collective, this sanctuary of place, okay? In that solitude, the benefits of having that smile, confirmed by science actually, is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Shows that smiling sends this biochemical message to our nervous system that says it's safe and you can relax and you flight or fight mode, or you freeze or you respond. You know, in that moment where you're feeling really nervous, okay, and you're feeling really tense, try to just smile and you'll find that your body relaxes and your mind gets a little bit calmer and you're able to just focus on you. It's phenomenal. Tasha, that's you. Definitely. Thank you for messaging. Shabnam, thank you for engaging as well. Keep those thumbs up going on the comments field if you're watching live on LinkedIn. Just try to smile, guys, and do that in a state where you're just meditating, like you're closing your eyes, you're focusing on the beauty all around you, and bring that smile to your face. Try it when you're in that nervous situation, when you're feeling a little bit tense, you're feeling like something's going wrong. Tip number 2 is to have gratitude. Okay, we don't do this enough. Okay, we don't we focus on things that we want in life rather than the things that we have. Small pieces of gratitude in your life can take your life to the next level. Okay, simple things like saying thank you to what you have, for what you have. Thank you to the person that just gives you something. Okay, there's a beautiful story about this person. His name's Marcy. He's 53 years old. He faced cancer, okay, which is really difficult, and he went through 8 months of treatment. Really, really, really terrible, okay. But through this process he practiced gratitude through it. So each night before he went to bed, he thought about three things that he was grateful for, right? And this was things like he was happy about having a delicious dinner that was prepared for him, although he didn't even have the appetite to eat it, or the nurse that gently just nursed him, or that little nightcap that he had that kept him warm. He felt scared a lot of the times, but focusing on that gratitude gave him access to this next level of treatment. It's treatment of the mind. And this practice shifted his mindset from fear and isolation straight to gratitude, to the point where sometimes he'd be so grateful for the things that he was having, so grateful for the things that he had in his life, that he would able to sleep better. He would count all of his blessings. He felt calmness, and he would be in a state of solitude. Can you imagine? And the long and the short of it, the treatment he received from the hospital, plus the sense of gratitude that he had, he overcame the cancer, and now he's living a wonderful, grateful life. So just think about that. You can be in this worst situation. You can be in a situation where, you know, you're at work and you're under pressure and there's so much going on, or, you know, the children are running around and there's 100 different things happening in your life. If you just take a few moments and think about cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you can really elevate yourself, and mix that with the smile as well. Research has identified the strengthening gratitude increases your happiness and gives you positive mood within your life. Can you imagine just being like, hey, waking up in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and you've got to go to work, right? Monday morning. Everybody hates Mondays. I don't know why. It's just another day. Imagine you just think, wake up in the morning, you've got gratitude for actually having a job. What can that cultivate within yourself? Okay. Let's move on to tip number 3. If you're still there, if you are still there, please do keep commenting on our live WhatsApp. You can comment on our LinkedIn live. If you're watching on pre-recorded, just give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're here. We're feeding off your energy today, guys. Oscar, thank you so much for reaching out as well on the WhatsApp. And also Tunde as well. Thank you so much coming through NMN Life Solutions, coming through our website. Thank you so much to the team in the back office that are really helping us to deliver today's session. It's beautiful to have so many people engaging with us. This is the mindset of happiness we are cultivating today. So tip number 3 is write yourself a gratitude letter. Have you ever done this? Have you ever written down a letter to yourself or to somebody that really you're just happy to be around, or they help you? Just write down that letter, or even that message. You can send it on WhatsApp, or you can send them an email. Reflect and concentrate on the things that you're grateful for from that person. Describe specific moments maybe that, you know, that they've helped you and they've put you into that situation. If that's you, you know, you, my dear friends, are helping me right now. So thank you. Keep on engaging on the comments field, because every comment actually is a letter to me to say that you're grateful for the work that I'm doing, and that really helps. So describe those specific moments when you're writing that letter, maybe to yourself, to another person. Include maybe sensory details. You know, you receive those benefits of gratitude. If you were to receive that letter, how would it make you feel? You'll be sharing those powerful maybe memories that you have of times in your life. Write yourself a letter maybe of your childhood. Maybe write a letter to your parents. What this does to the mind, it rekindles those memories, and those memories come to the forefront, and that cultivates that happiness, because life is that journey of happiness. It's not the destination. Remember, there is beauty in everything. Remember how we started today's session with that wonderful quote. We see the beauty within our lives. We see the beauty within ourselves. Okay. Tip number 3 from me today. I'm banging through. There's so much I want to go forget through today. So please do forgive me if I'm going on a fast pace. Thank you so much, Tasha, again, giving me a thumbs up. If you're watching live, keep those thumbs up going, guys. You are fantastic. You are amazing. We are trying to do our best to deliver this within a 1 hour session, and it's just hard to get through everything. Okay. Tip number 3, my dear friends, or number 4, is it? Number 4, I've lost count, is generosity. Okay. Generosity is phenomenal. And I'll give you I love stories as well. So the University of Notre Dame, okay, is the home of science of generosity initiative. Can you imagine? There's actually a science department of generosity. This project that they have defines generosity as giving good things to others freely and abundantly. Okay, typically we think that generosity and doing something for somebody else is taking away from us, but actually you're giving yourself back something else. Research shows us this. Being generous increases our happiness. It really increases our happiness. Can you imagine? The professor there and his colleagues took brain scans, okay, of people whilst they were doing acts of generosity, okay, just random acts of generosity, just walking past somebody and saying good morning. It doesn't have to be the most noblest thing that you're doing, okay? It doesn't have to mean that you're going to give your wealth. It doesn't have to mean that you're going to give away absolutely everything that you own. It's just that small engagement of generosity that really does help to establish this mindset. So they took brain scans while people were doing these acts of kindness, and immediately after deciding that act of selflessness, parts of the brain responded for the reward with pleasure. These pleasure microbes in the brain became active. SubhanAllah, it's a beautiful thing, honestly. What's more, that people reported feeling happier after the study. They actually felt happier through the process of giving towards others. Because remember, when you give to somebody else, you're actually giving back to yourself. I guess this is why we do this for free. I guess this is why I engage with people for free, because you know what? It's not about the money. It's not about the people that are gonna going to benefit from this. It's about you. I'm giving this away because it's an act of generosity, and I feel so good from doing it. I feel like elated by engaging. When I see these comments on the field, when I see the thumbs up, when I'm getting these messages on my WhatsApp, forgive me for looking down because my phone's right there. But it's amazing to see. Jules, thank you so much. You connected through NMN Life Solutions website, so please, thank you. Keep on going. It's great to have you all engaging. If you're watching live on LinkedIn right now, we've got the comments field open as well. If you're watching on pre-recorded, you can keep commenting as well. Okay, so let's continue. The next tip is to see good in others. It's phenomenal, right? So if you see good in others, you're actually seeing good in yourself. When you see good in others, that makes you feel so great, honestly, because you see those attributes in others, and maybe you can take those attributes and bring them into yourself, or maybe you're aligning yourself with those same attributes. It's a phenomenal effect, right? So let me give you this scenario. I want you to imagine right now, my dear friends, you're walking into a room, okay, where there's somebody that you dislike. Yeah, bit of a strange scenario because we're talking about happiness, but there's someone in that room that you dislike. This person knows all of your flaws, all of your mistakes, and all of your vulnerabilities. All right. So this person, you don't like them, but they know everything about you. They not only see the worst in you, but they expect the worst from you. How does that make you feel? And how might you act? I'm going to pause for a moment and think about that. Now, imagine walking into that same room where there's somebody that sees the best in you. They know your talents and they believe in you. So totally the opposite of this person that, doesn't have that faith in you. They are your team. They're rooting for you. Again, ask yourself this question. How might you feel and how might you act? So when you see good in others, rather than looking at the negative, look at the positive in others, look at what they can actually bring towards you and what you can bring towards them, helps you to feel better. You feel even, I know, honestly, I think it was that was Jules again, give us a thumbs up and a heart, because they feel this, right? You feel this energy from somebody else when somebody else is like feeling great and they're feeling elated with you. They feel like they've connected with you. This is beautiful because you're feeding off energy. Remember, my dear friends, if you see somebody smiling at you, if you see somebody that believes in you, if you see somebody over there that is feeling like, hey, you know what? You've got my back. You make me feel great. I believe in you. I believe in your talents. I know how great you are, and I can see the best in you. How does that make you feel? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful scenario. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much for engaging, guys. Once again, we are trying to keep this mindset of happiness for today's session as best we possibly can. So let's move on to the next tip because we've got about 40 minutes left and there's so much to go through. Honestly, if you have any questions, we're going to cover all these questions at the end if we can. So keep them coming through. I can see a lot coming on our email and a lot coming on our WhatsApp. LinkedIn's a bit quiet today. I don't know why it's a bit quiet. If you are engaging live, please do send us a message because we love to interact with you live as well through the LinkedIn page. If you're watching on pre-recorded, please do send your questions in there because we will get to them as well. Okay, so empathetic joy. Beautiful, just that word. Okay, we often have this irritational mindset. Okay, this scratchy feeling. Life gets us down. That is because we have this mindset where we feel irritated. We feel irritated about all the challenges that we have, all the things that we've got to do, all the tasks that we have. There is so much good fortune out there that can go around and be spread. There is so much more someone else is going through. There is less for you to focus on and for you to do. So we know logically it's untrue. So we walk into situations where we feel irritated about it, or we feel irritated about the situation or somebody else, but logically we know it's untrue. But our scariest mentality results in us to spate that envy towards something else, towards another person, towards something else. Thankfully, we can really learn to change things in this. We can really learn to find genuine happiness within ourselves by rejoicing happiness of others. Same as the last point, right? We find that rejoice within ourselves, that happiness that grows within ourselves by looking it within others. The practice of sharing in somebody else's joy, celebration, their happiness is beautiful. It's a beautiful language. Now, interestingly, there is no equivalent to to this in anything else, right? You can't feed off this energy in any way. When you look at somebody else and you share the happiness from someone else, when you watch that movie and they've just, won this beautiful thing or they just overcome this obstacle, that elated feeling that you have is that empathetic joy. As the Dalai Lama puts it, and I mean, who am I when it comes to the Dalai Lama? Phenomenal insights. He puts it, there are so many people in this world, right? There's millions and billions of people in this world, 8.4 billion people in the world. It simply makes no sense to make their happiness a source of their own, right? It just belongs to them. Can you imagine? No, it belongs to everybody. That energy of happiness that thrives around the world. Imagine we had a world where people are more happier, more engaged. Look at the problems in the world, how it will make the world feel. Then our chances of experiencing joy are enhanced nearly 8.1, 8.4 billion. So there's a very good chance, there's very good odds that you can feed into someone else's happiness that's around you. So just think about the people that you engage with on a daily basis, the people that you have around you, your friend circles, your family circles. Remember, my dear friends, and I've said this so many times, your net worth is your net worth is your net worth. Okay, so your people around you are your net worth. So who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with negative people? You surrounding yourself with positive people? You surrounding yourself with people that are happy and joyful and motivated and they motivate you? Or are you just surrounding yourself with people that suck away your energy and your time? Think about that. Contemplate on that. Yeah, Jules, again, thank you so much for interacting. Definitely. Thank you so much for Tunde as well. Sometimes we need to just reflect on the energy and experiences and share the joy with one another, because sometimes the people that can lift you up are the people that are closest to you. And sometimes the people that we hurt the most are the people that are closest to us. So let's engage with the people that are closest to us. Let's have that more joyful life and that joyful sense of being, which leads nicely onto my next tip, which is to awe and to wonder. It's a beautiful thing. When you are in awe, when you enjoy, when you're in that state of wonder. Sometimes when you travel, and, I'm blessed to travel the world and deliver these seminars and deliver these workshops and conferences. And I engage with so many people, but through that experience, you just get to see so many beautiful sights, some of the greatest buildings and historic places around the world, and you stand there in awe of it. Recently I was in Istanbul, and standing next to that blue mosque and thinking, wow, look at this. Or maybe you go to Cairo and you see the pyramids and you're like in awe of it all. Most of us can recall times when we've experienced the mysterious but yet complex emotion of awe. It's a mysterious one, right? Maybe you haven't felt it in a while. Maybe you haven't been, out to the mountains or driven through the rolling countryside or gazed at that phenomenal sunset. Yesterday I had the opportunity to go to the cricket with my son, and we were able to have this great view of the sun actually, seeing it set and then the moon coming out. I was just sitting there and I said to my son, look at how beautiful that is. When was the last time, you just sat and watched the birds in awe of the birds flying and the mystery of them actually being able to elevate themselves? How beautiful is that? Maybe you can go into wildlife, you can go into a forest, maybe you could just spend a bit of time in nature and be in awe of it. Perhaps you've witnessed maybe a simple gesture of love being passed to an elderly couple. I was literally driving along a street just a few days ago, and there was this elderly couple that were holding hands, and I said to my wife, look at this. This is like relationship goals. Look how beautiful that is. And we both smiled, and we smiled with the couple. And it was just so nice to see. And we were in awe of it. We were wondrous about it. It was really beautiful moment. And we felt so happy. That's the journey of happiness. It's just engaging with what's around you. How many of you are parents? And God bless all the parents. Let's just take a moment to applaud all the parents out there, because you do a phenomenal job, and you're incredible. I just want you to know that you are incredible. If you're a parent out there, if you've got siblings, if you've got young ones, nieces, nephews, cousins that are young, you're incredible people out there. How many of you have ever witnessed a child being born? Isn't it the most incredible thing if you've witnessed that? Just how beautiful that moment can be. So, my dear friends, awe shifts our attention away from the small sense of self and opens up the feeling that we're part of something greater. The universe, the whole expansion of everything within it, within the world. Being in awe inspires us to be self transcendent. And awe is really good for us. It's really, really good for us. The latest research suggests that all leads to a wide range of benefits, from happiness to improved relationships, to greater generosity, to humility and critical thinking. Beautiful word there. Can you imagine? And I mean, that's just a small list. Can you imagine just the way that you can improve your relationships by being in awe of your partner? To be more generous with people around you because you're connecting with those people around you. My dear friends, keep on connecting with us right now. We'd love to see your comments. So if you're watching live on LinkedIn, if you're watching live on this stream, put a thumbs up on there, put a heart on there. engage with our WhatsApp, engage through NMN Life Solutions. Tasha, thank you. You're still there. Thank you for still engaging. Thank you so much to John as well. I want to see some more interactions on LinkedIn. It would be great to see you live. If you are watching this pre-recorded, you could just put a thumbs up on there if you're agreeing with our points. So being in awe with situations, being in wonder, it can lead to better health. Okay, can you imagine that? We're all struggling with our health sometimes and we take all of these pills, but the pills are all around us, okay? Thank you so much, Shabnam, with that heart as well. Thank you so much. It can lead to better health. It helps you to stave off chronic diseases. Remember the example about Macy that was, Marcy, sorry, that had that cancer and had that gratitude and how that was the best solution in terms of the treatment. It aided the treatment and they overcome this. One study found that people who reported feeling more in awe, in wonder, of amazement of the day had lower levels of inflammation and illness. When I read this kind of stuff, when I do this research and I prepare for these wonderful seminars, it's beautiful to read all of these wonderful studies and people out there are doing great work, and these are the shortcuts, and this is why I like to feed in with you to give you these shortcuts, these tips, these wonderful things that can help you to cultivate a better mindset, to better solutions, because the outcomes are phenomenal. Imagine just we talked about those health benefits. Imagine improving your generosity, your humility, your critical thinking. Imagine that improvement of happiness can actually help your health. Mind blowing. Honestly, mind blowing. It blows me away. So maybe we can spread that little bit of love around us today. Okay, we've got about half an hour left of today's webinar, and I just want to keep on going and keep on moving forward with you guys. We may have to cut the tips a little bit short today because we've had a flurry of questions in, and I want to try to answer as many questions as you can. Don't forget, if you're watching on pre-recorded as well, it's very important that you put your comments in there, your questions in the comments fields, because our team, myself, they pass them over to me or any of my team members, and we answer your questions as we go through, and you can engage as well. If you go to our website, I just want to just pause for a moment. If you go to our website, nmnlifesolutions.com, it's just at the bottom of your screen. We've got a banner roll in there with it just at the bottom of your screen now, my dear friends, okay? Or you can go to any of our social media. There is an opportunity to book in a free consultation. It's really no charge to you. You can have half an hour with me. We can have this consultation. We can have this chat, and we can see whether we can help you in your personal life to find those personal gains, to level up your life. We have a wonderful thing coming out, hopefully by the end of September, early October. So through those dark months, through those winter months, okay? So through those bar months, when the bar is set lower, the days become shorter, we are going to launch a phenomenal thing. It's going to be a 90-day transformational course. It's an online course. You can do it at your own pace. And it's a beautiful way of you going through a coaching journey with me virtually, okay? And you can take this stage by stage. We'll be opening up our waiting list very, very soon, okay? So please do subscribe to our channels, all right? Subscribe to our Instagram, LinkedIn, subscribe to our Facebook accounts, our website as well. Engage with us on YouTube. We're going to open up this waiting list, and it's going to be for a limited time only. So if you want to be a part of that VIP waiting list, okay, it's really important that you subscribe to our channels right now so you could be the first ones to get onto this VIP waiting list, because we're only having it for a limited amount of people. And I want to give you the opportunity to have this 90-day transformational progress. And when you subscribe to this VIP waiting list, we're going to select a few people, maybe 10, 20 people. We haven't decided on the numbers, and we're going to give you a phenomenal offer. Okay, you could be a part of this lucky people. Okay, this is not a direct buy. You have to join the waiting list for this to be at your access. And trust me, this 90-day course is me giving you 15 years of coaching experience that I have had, training many people, traveling the world, engaging with people. And I put all of that into this 90-day transformational course, taking your life to the next level. And what we're going to be doing is throwing some bonus sections in there as well, just for you. So join our waiting list as soon as it comes up. Subscribe right now to all of our channels. Go to at Neil Nasser on any of our platforms, and you can subscribe to our channels. You can subscribe to our website. It's nmnlifesolutions.com. We have a mailing list as well, so make sure your name is on there, and do not miss out. Do not miss out on this opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to join this waiting list, and we really want you to benefit from this in the best possible way forward. Okay. Shall we move on, guys? Shall we move on? Are you there still? If you are, give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Jules. You're still there. Thank you so much, Sean, as well. You just joined us as well. It's good to see you, my dear friend. Thank you so much for engaging. Right, my next tip is kindness. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. To have kindness, it's the side effect of kindness is happiness. So when you're kind towards others, you're actually being kind towards yourself. Okay? I can't get over how the feeling that you get when you're kind towards another person, the emotion that you get. Recently, early this year, I was in Africa and we were helping a project over there to dig water wells for communities. But the engagements that I had with people, these people had absolutely nothing. We're talking no food, no water, they're just so happy. They were so engaged, and their kindness towards me spurred the kindness towards everybody else, and it was like this knock-on effect of just kindness and resoluting with one another, and for me that was really beautiful. It was just a beautiful thing to have, and I just want to pass that on to you. Next time that you're kind towards someone else, engage with that feeling that you get. David Hamilton writes, he's the author of Five Side Effects of Kindness. Okay, it's a great book. If you haven't got it, I haven't got a copy here, unfortunately. It's called The Five Side Effects of Kindness. It's by a wonderful guy. His name is David Hamilton. He's a phenomenal guy. I highly recommend it. Science is proving it, right? Research shows that loving kindness in terms of meditations and reflections can enhance positive emotions. It heightens life satisfactions. It boosts personal resources, and it serves as a buffer against depressive symptoms. In our lives, we get bombarded with so much. Okay, we've got like 40 gigs worth of information being thrown at us at any one point during the day. Can you imagine? Bombarded with that. We're glued to our television sets, we're glued to our social media, we're bombarded with things that are quite negative, because that's always coming to the forefront. It's clickbait, that's what they call it. It's clickbait. So if you see something that is like violence or negative, or politics that's really engaging, or people slurring words at one another, these have the most likes and the most interactions. Okay, but if you have that effect of kindness, if you see that video that comes up sometimes on your social media where this young child just gives his last sweet to somebody else, or this last candy to somebody else, or you see a smile of a mother that is just so happy and so engaging, or you see that partner that is with somebody else and they're holding hands and they're holding each other and hugging each other, or you see somebody just giving out that generosity to somebody else, that effect of kindness to one another, see what that does to you, to your happiness, to your happy hormones. That's what we need to do, is engage in those happy hormones. I used to work on a project with homeless people, and every Saturday we went out. The project is still running, where we feed the homeless. We sit down with the homeless people. In London alone, there is close to 8,000 people that are homeless. They're living on the streets, which is a outstanding number. But the effect, what happened through that giving of kindness towards others, we were actually giving kindness towards ourselves. We felt like our happy hormones were all the way up here, and we really engaged with people, and it felt so good. It acts as that buffer and that resilience towards, maybe we're having a bad day, maybe we're not feeling so good about ourselves, maybe because sometimes it was raining and windy, but we went out there and we kept on giving. There's a wonderful study that I want to point out about kindness, but definitely if you can buy that book, it's a beautiful book, The Five Side Effects of Kindness by David Hamilton. I would highly recommend that. So Barbara Fredrickson study at the University of North Carolina showed that just 7 weeks of loving kindness meditation right? Increase people's daily experience to positive emotions. And Neil, what are you talking about when it comes to loving kindness meditation? What does that mean? Well, I'm going to come on to that just after I talk about this beautiful study. It led to people increasing personal resources. It led to them having an increased purpose of life. Can you imagine? Their support system around them decreased these illness symptoms. These gains contributed to increased life satisfaction and decrease in these depressive symptoms. Study was phenomenal. Again, you can go to the North Carolina website and you can read this study in full. I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of the side effects of this love kindness meditation. Now, what does love kindness meditation, Neil, what does it mean? Please do explain it if you haven't got a clue. Thank you so much. To Tunde is like, Neil, he's put one of those faces like, let me explain it to you. Okay, so in life, I try very much to meditate every day, just to sit down and just contemplate and just think about life, all right? Just to kind of get my mind into a state of tranquility. Love kindness meditation is when you think about some of the things that you have within your life and the things that you do. So we've got the smile meditation, which is where you're in this tranquil state and you just bring this smile to your face. In fact, everybody that's online now, everybody that's watching, just smile for a moment. Just smile, take a deep breath in, maybe close your eyes and let that smile come to you. And just embrace how you're feeling right now. Just take a moment just to engage with that feeling of happiness. This happy hormone starts to rise within you. Now, I want you to mix this up, this feeling. Keep those eyes closed. Now, rekindle the feeling, rekindle a time when you, my dear friends, did something kind towards somebody else, or you did an act of kindness towards yourself, or you felt that sense of love towards somebody, your intimate partner, your wife, your husband. It could be your mother, your family, your children. Now, think about an act of kindness that you did towards somebody that you love. With that smile on your face, how does it feel? How does it feel within you? Can you feel the emotion growing? Can you feel how beautiful that is? Just how wonderful that is? Yeah, Shabnam, thank you. You've got that wonderful smiling emoji come up on LinkedIn Live. It feels so good, right? When you spend a few moments just sitting, relaxing, smiling, and engaging, it feels so good. It feels so good. And then you mix it up with that feeling of, you know what? I gave this towards somebody else, somebody that I love, someone that's really close to me. I spent an amazing time yesterday with my son, who's now grown and, he's moved away. But, we sat and we talked and conversed. And when I bring that image up in my mind, it makes me feel so happy. That's love kindness. And this morning, when I sat and I reflected upon that and in my meditation, I felt so happy. I felt so grateful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. And you, my dear friends, have these beautiful moments within your life. And you're able to capitalize on that. So put in your comments field right now. I'd love to know. Tunde, thank you so much. Jules, thank you so much as well. Sean is on with us as well. Thank you so much, Sean. God bless you guys. Honestly, you're engaging. You're feeling good. Excellent. I love that. Yeah, wonderful. Oscar as well. Thank you, Oscar. That was a beautiful moment, right? So, I'm trying to give you these small little tricks and tips to cultivate this mindset of happiness. Meditation is the key, and just giving that mindfulness to those moments that you have and rekindling those memories of beauty. All right. So maybe think about those times when you've gone out into the mountains, or you've gone on that long walk, or you've engaged with somebody, you've held hands with your intimate partner, your spouse, or your children or your family, those hugs that you've had. Rekindle those memories and smile and feel good about it. It's a beautiful moment, and we can create so many more beautiful moments in our lives. We just got to sit down and have awe about them, have awe about it. We can balance our negative bias by engaging in these practices and cultivate true joy. This is what I want to really emphasize with you. You can find that balance, okay? Life is not easy. I totally understand that. We're bombarded continuously with pressures. I've just gone through a very stressful time myself, honestly, having to move house in such a short space of time. It was really negative. But we created a team, and within that team, we kept motivating one another. We kept reminding each other. We were thankful to each other. We were in awe of everybody that was helping us, and that help that we got, that support that we got from one another, those acts of kindness, it helped to motivate us. We felt happy about it. So engaging in these kind of practice cultivates that joy. We can explore and install positive experiences in our lives. So explore the ones that you have already, like go deep into your psyche, really think about those moments that you have or had in your life, what that really cultivate that kindness, that joy within yourself, those moments that were really joyful. But you can also install more moments within it by those first kind of tips, by literally, engaging with the beauty that's all around us. Remember what we started with, that wonderful quote from Confucius about there is beauty in everything, but not everybody sees it. And we gave you that example about Joshua Bell, who is an award-winning, world-renowned violinist, and he gave that free concert, but everybody just walked past him. Can you imagine? We don't see the beauty that's around us. Just taking moments around to look at the trees, the birds, the sky, the sun, the sunsets that's going to happen later today, and really embrace it. Our experiences that we install into our lives have a long-term effect. They become long-term memories, and then you can really focus on them. Sometimes in our busy lives, all we need to do is just stop, close our eyes for a moment, and take 3 breaths in and out. Do it mindfully, excuse me. Do it mindfully. And this mindful interaction that you have with yourself, this bringing yourself in, re-engaging, oxygenizing the lungs, the body, the blood flow, and then breathe out all the negativity within you and focus on those long-term memories that you've cultivated. You will start to feel this wonderful sense of happiness, resetting yourself, recharging yourself. Now, this is a side effect. And this side effect of kindness, my dear friends, this side effect of being in awe, this side effect of giving generously towards others, but giving generously towards yourself, by engaging and thinking about all the wonderful things around you, concentrating on all the things that we love around you, the side effect, my dear friends, is happiness. And this is what it's all about, creating that mindset of happiness. Have these tips been helpful for you? Have these tips really helped you? Because I want to move on in a moment to the questions, and we've got a bombardment of questions today. Thank you to all people that have engaged through our website, through nmnlifesolutions.com, people that have emailed us, people that are on our WhatsApp groups, and the people that are engaging live as well. So thank you so much. Has this helped you? Have these tips helped you? If you're watching pre-recorded as well, just let us know. If you want more of this, we can continue this kind of mindset theory, and we're going to have these sessions each and every month. Okay. So if you're engaging right now, let's see some thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's session. If you're feeling positive and you're feeling good, please keep on going. Please keep on engaging with us. I want to know whether these side effects of kindness or happiness, generosity, all these things that we gave you will establish. Are you going to put this into your life today? Are you going to start to take these moments today? Let me know. Put these things on these comments field. We've got 10 minutes left of today's session. It's gone so quickly, so quickly. Honestly, I really want you to remember one thing. The destination of life is not happiness. I keep repeating it. It's not happiness. The destination of life is the journey that you take. So be mindful about each step you take and walk those steps, that steps of 1,000 miles to the new you. Walk them with happiness, with direction, with focus towards what you need, what you have, and you will have a life of happiness. You will have a life of success. David, thank you so much for your comments on our WhatsApp. Thank you so much to Sean again. It's been really helpful. You're more than welcome. Honestly, Tunde's just come in through nmlifesolutions.com. Tunde, you're more than welcome. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. Michael, my friend. Wow. I didn't even see your comment there. Thank you so much. It's been beautiful to have you and to share these tips with you. Really, really important that we have Tasha. There you are. Wonderful thumbs up and a beautiful heart. Honestly, my heart goes out towards all of you right now. Everybody struggles from this. It's difficult to cultivate some of these. It's really, really hard sometimes. But guys, the mindset of happiness, we need to learn how your mindset can significantly play that impact on your happiness, on your well-being, and your overall satisfaction. Okay, cultivating that joy, discovering these strategies to foster positive and growth orientated mindsets that lead to promoting happiness within your life. You're able to thrive through challenges that come your way. Really, really important. You know, you face those obstacles. The O in the obstacle is this way. You can turn it around on its head. It's still an O, but it becomes an opportunity. You just change the letters after it. You'll do this through a growth mindset, by a happy mindset, right? You gain these insights by maintaining this happiness, by achieving positive outcomes. So when you're faced with adversity, when you're faced with challenges, you can really, really benefit from so much, okay? So much. So elevate yourself, take yourself into those areas. Look at things in a more positive way. Okay, we think about negativity too much. We focus on that vacation, having more money, having the perfect body, the dream house, those things, and we think that's going to make us happy. It really isn't. You've heard of the quote that says, "More money, more problems," right? Bigger house, more to maintain. If you've got that perfect body, what is perfect? Okay, everyone says I'm imperfect, but you're not imperfect. Perfection is within you. Even the word imperfect, if you break it down, it means I am perfect. I'm perfect. You're a perfect creation of God, and you need to embrace that. I really want you to keep smiling and really engage with yourself, okay? Don't let the marketers win. Don't let them win, because they are the ones that are the ones that are targeting towards you. You know, soon as January comes, you've got the January sales and everybody wants to book that holiday, that summer holiday, so they got something to look forward to. We live a life where we live for our weekends, right? Saturday and Sunday is no different to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. They all have the word day in it. We're all blessed to have every opportunity, 86,400 seconds in each day. You decide what you do with that day. As I said to you, take each step with happiness. And that starts to cultivate, and it starts to spread around you. Okay, so everybody that's in your circle, you remember your network is your net worth. So if you start engaging with energy of people, you start smiling at people more, you start being happy with people, you wish that person you're passing by good morning, you give that, that nod to that person. That nod can have that ripple effect, and you could end up spreading this love all around the world. Imagine, remember we said that quote from Dalai Lama, a beautiful human, a beautiful soul on this earth. There's 8.1, 8.4 billion people on this planet. Imagine connecting to their energy of happiness rather than connecting to their negative energy, and how it can spread around the world. It's a beautiful phenomenon for us. Okay. So, with just over 5 minutes left, it's phenomenal. Let's move on to some of these questions, because some of these questions I need to get to. So, first and foremost, Mark, thank you so much for your question. Okay, so let's just read this out. This question: Happiness is the journey. Yes, I understand that. That's yeah, it's definitely the journey, my friend. How do I then see happiness in trauma? Very good question, Mark. Thank you so much. Okay, so sometimes when you're going through trauma and going through really difficult times, all right, we've heard this phrase that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Stars always shine in the darkest places. I want you to remember that one. Okay. So when you're going through traumatic times, when you're going through times that are really challenging, what do we tend to do? You know, our body language shows we put our heads down, we look down at our feet, we don't really look up. But what I want you to try to do is just to raise your shoulders a little bit and to lift your head up. Okay? Try to look forward or try to look up. Remember this wonderful quote. Okay, this quote is by an incredible human being, Ali. And he says, the stars only shine in the darkest places. Beautiful. We can only see the stars. The stars are out right now, but it's daytime. We can only see them when it becomes dark. So in those trial moments, in those moments that are tested, in those traumas, they are your best lessons, Mark. Okay? If you're feeling down, if you're feeling traumatized, if you learn to smile just a little bit and take a time to focus and focus on the positives, the things that you're going to learn from your mistakes, from the trauma, from your things that are holding you back, you can learn so much because they are your best teachers. Okay, Mark, I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for engaging. Tasha, thank you so much. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Tasha, how are you? I hope that you're well. So Tasha says, thank you so much for the webinar today. It's really, really insightful. Happiness definitely is the journey. I understand that. How do we then engage with our children? Okay, this is interesting. So summer holidays right now, how do we engage with our children when our children are stressing me out? I can definitely resonate with that. You know, there's many of the children that are on school holidays right now, and it's testing. I understand that. I want you to take yourself back to that moment where you were pregnant with them in your belly and you felt this wonderful excitement. You felt super excited about giving birth and bringing life into this world. And when you held them in your arms as a baby, and how great you felt, how happy you felt, how joyful you felt. I ask you this question as well. Tasha, how many times have you just sat with them and spoke to them, just held their hands or given them that cuddle? Maybe you are spending an ornate amount of time with them, but is that time that you're spending with them quality? Are you busy focusing on other things? Maybe you want to try to get some quantity time in there, some quality time in there rather than quantity time. You know, maybe you can just take half an hour just to sit with them, maybe read a book together, maybe just go for that walk, that gentle stroll, put them on your shoulders. You know, if they're of that age when you can put them on your shoulders. My son's 22. I don't think I can lift him on my shoulders anymore. But you know, just spend a little bit of quality time with them. That will really help. So bringing yourself right back to that time when they were just born and you held them and you were really happy and joyful, excited about life and everything that it had to bring you, and you were so grateful. I want you to kind of rekindle that memory because that will help you to reconnect to a happy state about your children. And then change that quantity time to quality time. Have pockets of quality time within your day with them, and that interaction will really help to move yourself forward. Thank you so, so much. Jules, thank you again for engaging as well. You really enjoyed today's session. I'm really happy that you engaged as well. Thank you so much, Jules. So I think we're going to have to wrap up in a moment. Jules, let's get to your question really quickly if we can. So how do we then embrace the happiness around us? How do we stay in awe of the things? Okay, so maybe I'm going to give you a tip. So you're going around along in your life, and life is very fast paced. You're driving. Let's take that as an example. I want you to just, when you're driving sometimes and you're parked in traffic, okay? So you're parked in traffic, rather than getting frustrated about the traffic and feeling down, maybe look up at the sky, look around you because there's trees everywhere. Look at the birds that are flying, maybe look at the people that are walking by, and look at nature, look at what's been created. Maybe you can see some hills or some greenery around you and just be in awe of it. Like, just take a moment to go, wow, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that hill. Look at this couple that's walking. I gave you that example, the elderly couple that were walking with their hands were side by side. They were smiling. They were happy. And this was in traffic. So just take those moments of reflection and open up your sensory to what's around you, and that will really help. I just want to thank you so much for all engaging on today's session live. If you were there, if you're watching pre-recorded, please do keep on commenting as well. We will be back in about a month's time as well for our 5th session on the Mindset Revolution. I am your host, Neil Nasser. It's been amazing contact with you. Go to our website, NMN Life Solutions, and subscribe to our channel. Have a great day. Look after yourself. Peace and love.